Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is something that's going on in Norway. All right. And this is make me question quite a few things. Okay. It's making me question why we as a country are not doing this. And it's also making me question on if I or we as a community should amp up our preps. Okay. So, Norway is taking major steps to prepare for potential war and famine as the country kicks off a plan to stockpile grain. Now, 2 days ago, Norway's finance minister or financial minister and agriculture and food minister signed a deal with four private companies, okay, to store 30,000 tons of grain in 2024 and also for 2025. Now, these companies that are involved will reportedly store the grain in existing facilities throughout the country, but it will be the property of the Norwegian government. In a statement, the Agriculture and Food Ministry noted the buildup of a contingency stock of food grains is about being prepared for the unthinkable. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know any other country that's doing this though at this moment. So they are apparently anticipating a potentially prolonged war or a famine as they intend to sign additional stockpiling contracts that will help them reach their goal of stockpiling 82,500 tons of grain for their population of 5.6 million people by the end of this decade. The idea is to have enough grain for 3 months consumption by Norway's population in a crisis situation that may arise. So, when announcing their intention to ramp up their stockpiling efforts, and this was last year, okay, the food minister said, in a situation with extreme prices on the world market, we're seeing it now, okay, it will still be possible to buy grain, but if we have done our job, we will not be so dependent on the highest bidder at auction. We can still keep our prices down. Well, that's an excellent way of looking at it. I wish every world leader looked at it this way. So, this is not the first time that this country has stockpiled grain. They previously stored it in the 1950s, and they maintained some kind of level of stock before shutting down their storage sites in 2003 because they determined that it was no longer necessary to keep so much grain on hand. Now, Norway's Svalbard, and that's Svalbard, is also home to the world's largest and biggest seed storage site, which is also known as the Global Seed Vault, where more than 1 million samples of different types of seeds have been deposited by organizations throughout the world to serve as a doomsday backup to their own collections in case they are in a compromised in some sort of way. Now, why isn't all countries doing something like this? Okay, that's what I mean. This is making me think. What's, I mean, you know what I mean? So, the Norwegian defense minister said that the country must be prepared for a potential conflict with Russia, even after the Ukraine situation ends, due to concerns over retaliation in response to Sweden and Finland joining NATO. They said, we must be able to respond in a timely manner and together with allies. Couldn't agree even any more than that. I mean, but my question is, why isn't all countries doing this? Having a seed vault, having grains stockpiled. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is stuff like this going on and I just don't know about it. I don't know. But this is telling me in the back of my head, girl, you need to amp up those preps of yours. Because if one country, all it takes is for me to find out that one country is doing this because they know what's coming, war, famine, whatever the case may be, even if it's 10 years out, you better get your butt in gear. But that's just my way of thinking. And what's funny is yesterday I went to the store and I actually ventured out of my own house, and I never do that. And because I wanted to get some fruit, and I made a huge fruit salad, and I went and I bought like 25 pounds of no, actually it was more than that. It was more like 35, 40 pounds of bags of dry beans. And my mother-in-law was like, why? What do you, and I'm like, do you not, is it not computing what's really going on in the world right now? Okay. I mean, and she's like, I don't read the news. I don't watch the news. And well, okay, I understand that. But, you know, whenever you come here, we have these conversations. Doesn't that light a spark underneath your hiney? That maybe you need to just put a bag of rice and a bag of beans away every single week. you know? So, you know, because we got to start stockpiling a little bit more of gluten free in the house, because of Gavin. And I'm finding that there's a lot of stuff that's gluten free, which I'm very excited about. So I've been buying a lot of gluten free stuff that I'm stockpiling, and I actually happen to like the gluten free stuff anyway. But I'll go on. So yeah, I bought an extra like 40 pounds of dry beans and stuff like that, and then I come home and I read this and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So a fire has been lit under my tuckus, kids. Okay. And yeah. So not only am I doing the pantry, but I'm also stockpiling for my granddaughter, because we've got a 2-week-old, and so the diapers and the wipes, because that kind of stuff. But my daughter, she's breastfeeding, so we don't need to worry about that. But I started making baby food a long time ago, and juice and all that kind of stuff from all the fresh fruits and whatnot. So, but I something big. I don't know what, but something big. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. Okay, you stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.